Hey, welcome back. I'm kind of looking forward to that Zoom tomorrow where we're going to talk about the book. Hopefully, I can talk a little bit, but I think I'll be okay. I can get one or two thoughts out, and I have my notes. Um, so I have a couple Hinge updates, I guess. I mean, if I had anything interesting, like date stuff, I would have said it at the beginning, because that's my big thing. I even had like this crazy dream last night. Um, I have crazy dreams every night because of the medicine, and I don't like to talk about them because it's like boring. But it's interesting how like impactful how important this relationship stuff is to me because I had like this crazy dream. It was one of those dreams where it's like it takes place over years of your life. And it just felt like it was forever. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, that was just a dream. Like I just lived an entire life with this person, and oh wait, I just created them. They're not real. Oops. Um, it was like I met somebody, and then we had this whole like courtship process of like me trying to get her to like me, and like, oh, I really like her, and and then like I did it, like, oh, we went on a date or something, and then like we fast forwarded to like a couple months later, and um, it was very weird. And then I woke up and it's like, oh, but I had a bad thought today that I was looking through the Hinge people, and I was like, somebody liked me, um, and I wasn't gonna match with them because I'm like, I don't really feel the same way about her that I did with the dream girl. I'm like, that's ridiculous to do that. But part of me is like, well, I want to like somebody as much as I liked the person in that dream. But maybe I would like her. I don't know. So, guess what I did? I matched with her today, and I talked to her. I sent her a message. She hasn't messaged me back, but the other thing is like she lives like 2 hours away, which is like I can't find anybody close to me. Even the people who match with me are like 3 hours away. I can't do that. What are they? I'm gonna make them move here because I'm not moving to them. Otherwise, like I'd only be able to see them. It would be like an entire weekend trip just to see them. And like, there's got to be people here. I don't know. Where are the people? I'm going to improv. What else do I have to do? I gotta do more than that. Obviously. I don't know. I'm gonna ask the therapist again this week. Like, tell me what to do. It's always just like, I mean, it's the Indeed thing. Like, the apps are Indeed. You don't get jobs from Indeed. You get them from knowing people. I got this job because I knew my aunt, and she told me about the jobs. And so that's how I got this one. I didn't get it because I was on Indeed for like a million years. I applied to a million jobs on Indeed, and not to one of them. And so this is the same thing with the apps. You apply to a million people for a date application, and it's just all garbage. Did I just go in a circle? Yes, whatever. So the first Hinge girl that I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I invited her to see a movie, and she's like, oh yeah, next week. Let's do it next week. And so then next week was last week, I think. I talked to her last week, and I knew if I brought it up, she'd go, but I didn't really like her that much, and she wasn't really talking to me. The reason why I didn't like her is because she wasn't really talking to me. She wasn't, like, engaging at all, and I just, like, if I'm gonna be with somebody, I need to be with somebody who's, like, really gonna like talking to me and really like me, because otherwise it's just, I don't need another me who's just gonna kind of be, I need someone who's gonna, like, help me grow into like a more outgoing person. That's what I want, I think. I can't be with somebody who's like, I don't know. At least the first person I want to date, because I still haven't dated anybody. I've never been in a relationship. I've only been on these stupid like, oh, let's go to lunch. And that's good. But I am ready for more, and I think the first person I want to do that with is going to be someone who's like, it's a lot for me to ask somebody to go to a movie. I can't also like just keep asking. I can't, like, it's fine if that's who you are, but because that's who I am. But I need someone who's going to kind of be more happy about life. Like, yeah, movie. You mentioned that movie last week, and I really want to go. Yeah. Yes, and. Let's go. I can yes and I can even initiate, but I can't do both. I can't yes and myself. Like, if I say, let's go to the movie, I can't also be the one to be like, hey, let's go to the movie, unless I really like the person, I think. And they don't live 2 hours away. I can be the person who's like, hey, let's go to the movie, but I need someone who's gonna yes and me. I can't also be the person who's like, hey, yes, let's go to the movie, and let's go, come on. Because I'm always just like, well, they probably don't want to go, and that's why they didn't answer. But I messaged somebody new. I always message people. It's like, she lives really far away, but she commented, and she's like, hey, you look like... She said I look like Joe E. Newman or something. It's a really old actor, and I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of do look like him. And it's not a very flattering person to look like, but I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. I mean, it didn't bother me. But, well, maybe it did because I brought it up. But it's fine. I was like, I wasn't like passive-aggressive about it, like, oh, and you look like Mr. Potato Head. I didn't do that. Thanks a lot. You look like a Ford Fiesta. What? I didn't do that. I was nice. And I was like, hey, banter initiation, let's do it. So I talked to her, and waiting for a response. I'm trying. It's not gonna lead to anything. We all know it. But whatever. I gotta do it. There's a lot of guys here. Do I just have to get on the ship? Get on the ship. Get on the ship. Hey. I never talked about the Napoleon book this week, but that's okay. I think maybe they do just keep coming. Nope. I thought that maybe that was her, but it's just, I gotta delete the eHarmony app because they keep like sending me ads. Like, hey, it's not too late to find love. Shut up. I was on your stupid app for 6 months and it didn't work. I didn't find anybody. I'm not giving you any more money. I gave you $150 or whatever. And I met one person from that website. That was it. And she was nice, but she lived really far away. And that was the person I went ice skating with. We actually talked a lot, and I don't know. She kind of stopped talking to me, which is whatever. That's the thing. Like, we're both similar. Like, I initiated a couple conversations, and then she did. It's always like I'll initiate like 3 conversations, and then if she doesn't initiate the next one, I'm like, well, I'll wait. And then I wait forever, and she never does. And then I'm like, well, what am I going to talk about now? But I never leave the person hanging. I never do that. I'm always the last one to initiate anything. It's never like, hey, I initiated like 5 conversations. And you never did it back. If someone initiates like 2 or 3 conversations with me, then I'll do the next one. I'll send them the first text and be like, hey, how was your week? I'm pretty good about that. But then if I do that like 3, I think I did that like 3 times, and then she just never messaged me back. I was like, alright, whatever. I mean, what do I'll text her like, you want to go ice skating again? I don't know. But that's it for the week. Oh, I'm tired. I can mess up my hair now. Oh. So, did she message me back? No. Joe E. Brown. She said I look like Joe E. Brown. And I'm like, ugh. Joe E. Brown. He's not a very... But I'm like, yeah, I see it. Look at this. I hope... I don't know. This is Joe E. Brown. I'm like, yeah, I do kind of have that weird mouth. I don't know. It's kind of creepy, though. He looks like the Joker. There's one picture where he looks like the Joker. Oh, this one. Ooh, is that what I look like? Yeah, he's got a big mouth. I don't know. I'm sure if I look like this guy, it's, whatever. The power of laughter. That's kind of nice. He's like a comedian, so he's like happy. That's good. That she thinks I look happy. I don't know. Alright, Joey Brown. Okay. See you tomorrow. What are you doing fun this week? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. What am I doing? I'm gonna go to the improv tomorrow. And, that's about it. Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna do the book club. The book club. And, the Mets won. That's cool. Pete Alonso's my best friend. See you tomorrow. Hopefully the sound was good this week. Whatever. See ya.